That feels like a good bite right there. You can see, once again, just making sure that my drag is set to where I can let that fish run with it, even though this line is really light. Feels like a pretty decent one right there. Yeah, maybe like a 2-pounder. Thing with this light line here, 8-pound line, you want the drag set low enough to where it just kind of tires itself out. You know, it can pull, but this isn't like a jig, so you don't have the ability to just power it in. So the drag is very important on the spinning rod. You want to make sure you give enough drag, because I've got 10-pound braid with a fluorocarbon leader of 8-pound line, and the last thing that I want to do is try to fight that fish with power, because it is finesse. It's going to run, allow it to wear itself out. You know, the longer it runs, the more tired it's going to get. So you can kind of see that there playing out with this one. And this is a pretty nice fish on the old shaky head. I got this nice 2-pounder here. We're about the second week of December. Made our way down to Del Holla just to see if we can't catch a few. That feels like a good bite right there. You can see, once again, just making sure that my drag is set to where I can let that fish run with it, even though this line is really light. That's a nice fish. This one's bigger than the last one. Just may take a minute or two to get it in, but we'll get it. I think it's a smallmouth, maybe a 3-pounder or so. We'll check it. But if we would have tried to power this fish with this light line, there's no way we would ever get this fish. All right. So we landed it. We did it without the net because it was on the opposite side. Sometimes that happens. It's a lot harder to land, you know, some of these bigger fish in the kayak with a without a net, but sometimes we're able to do it. So we get a nice smallie here. Nice smallmouth on the old shaky head. And I think that this one probably, well, maybe not quite 3 pounds. Pretty thick, but just look at the color. These fish are so much fun to catch. That's why I love this time of year. Not much lake traffic on Dale Hollow, so I can actually get out on the kayak a little bit more down here during this time of year. So let's take a look at, thought maybe in the water it would be a 3-pounder. Not quite. 231. All right, this is why we make our way down to Dale Hollow here in the fall, second week of December, close to winter. Really beautiful smallmouth. Thought maybe it would be a 3-pounder. Not quite. 231, but we caught it on the shaky head, and it put up a good fight. These fish are so much fun to catch, and it's a good opportunity to get down and catch some of them. When there's not as much lake traffic, I can get the kayak out down here. So beautiful, beautiful smallmouth. Feels like another decent one. I just like to run this shaky head down these bluff walls. It always seems to be a confidence builder for me to find bass on bluff walls, and I'll take this shaky head and fish it almost the same way I do a jig. So this one is another pretty decent one. Looks like a largemouth here. And, you know, that's another solid bite. All right, another solid bite here on Dale Hollow. Second week of December, 50-degree water temps. Been using the shaky head a little bit, dragging it down points, bluff walls, some ditches. And we found a few bites here this morning, and we've only been on the water for a little over a couple of hours. So we're gonna keep going, see if we can't catch some more. Got another pretty good bite here. Hey, another nice smallmouth on the old shaky head. This was not a big guy, but he put up a big fight. That's what I love about these smallmouth. They fight hard, no matter what size they are. Well, after that catch, I'll kind of also tell you this. Snacks. You know, when you're out fishing for 8 to 10 hours, whatever it is, one of my favorite go-to snacks are these chili roasted pistachios that have already been de-shelled. No shells on them. They're money. Get you some if you haven't gotten them yet. Nice little spotted bass. Looks like another spot. Another spotted bass. Looks like we've found a couple of them up against this bluff wall here. So another good looking spotted bass. Looking for a big bite at the end here. With the jig, we got several on the shaky head. Now we're just looking for a bigger bite, and it looks like we've got a pretty decent one here. Oh man, missed it. Oh yeah, now that's a good size largemouth. Well, we had caught most of them on the shaky head. We were looking for something a little bigger toward the end, and this is about a good one to end on. If you all enjoy this, Make sure you like and subscribe. God bless each and every one of you. We'll catch you next time.